So yeah, Vajra Devi here. Good to see you. Um, Mostly from Europe, so I think it's a morning. Good morning to everyone. Uh, just a reminder, actually. Well, actually, I don't think I've said it before. So I'm going to be away for the next few weeks. I'm fortunate enough to be going to Ladakh for a few weeks, Kashmir and Ladakh, with a group of people led by Jaya Chitta. So very, very happy to be going to the Himalayas. And I shall leave you in the good hands of Dhamma who's here this morning, and Pranya Shisha, who let me know she wasn't able to, didn't think she'd be able to be here this morning. I don't think she is. But yes, so it'll be in their hands for the next few weeks. Uh, yeah, so I wanted to talk to this morning about something. It's maybe a little bit technical. It may sound a little bit technical. It may sound completely obvious. Um, I've been rereading some old diaries from different retreats in Burma or in Europe with Sayadaw U Tejaniya, and occasionally from solitary retreats where I'm exploring this practice. And it's really refreshing my mind with what, inevitably some things foreground about the practice and how to practice and my own experience in it. And then I read these diaries, and some things either that U Tejaniya has said in a really broad context to in a group meditation, or that he said individually to me. And quite often these things that I'll mention over the next few months been he said individually to me that they've just not stayed in the foreground. They've gone to the background. So I want to talk about three things working together in awareness. And this is what he says. He says, try to see these three things working together in awareness. And I just want to say from the outset that that may not be where your mind is at any particular moment. So it may be that you see the first thing that I'll mention, or you see one and two, or you might at times see all three. But I think it's good to know the framework. So the first thing will be very obvious. So the object, you want to be aware of the object, a smell, a sound, a visual impression, some kind of sense impression or mind impression, but not just to be aware, say, of a sound as a bird or a car or wind, but in the trees, but to know it as an object in experience. So to be aware of it in that sense, quite a full sense of, oh, this is what's happening. The hearing is happening, seeing is happening. So that's the first kind, being aware of objects. Uh, and then the second thing is to be aware of the mind that's knowing the object. So again, this is more familiar with the way that I'll teach. So knowing the quality of that mind, whether it's dull, it's clear, it's bright, it's wanting something, or it's trying to push away something. It's distracted, or it's really clear and open. In a way, the quality, what the quality is, matters less than knowing the quality. Um, and we just noticed that. And actually, when the quality is clear, I realize that that's what I talk about as awareness, when we've got that clear, bright quality in the mind, as opposed to klesha being the way of looking, the way of viewing the object, the experience. Um, so I think that's all right. It's all right to talk about awareness when it's like that. But in this context, we're talking about it as the mind, talking about it as the mind that's knowing the object. But then the third thing is to know um, the awareness of the mind and the object. So this is maybe when it starts getting a little bit more complicated. If you can see uh, that mind quality, that mind that is recognizing a different sound or a different sight, then what is seeing it can only be awareness. Excuse me. So that's what we're looking for. If you're able to recognize that mind, that is knowing the object, the mind that's that mind quality. If you can recognize that, then you just look to what is knowing that. How do you know that? And that will be because awareness is present. So awareness can clearly know the object and clearly know the mind quality. Mm. So in a sense, we're looking for all three. Couple of things to look out for. So the mind needs to be quite relaxed. Um, Ground is in the body, a light, open awareness. You want to watch out for sort of never-ending loops where you sort of go back and back. Oh, and you can see the awareness in like sort of 10 degrees, if you like, back and back and back and back. That the a kind of conceptualizing will be going on there. And the mind will feel a bit tense or a bit overwhelmed. So just sort of keep it simple to know the mind relaxed, open, the awareness relaxed. Um, did you have a question, Felicity? I can see you've got your no flick. Okay, great. Okay, the hand is sometimes the hands just raise themselves, don't they? Um, yeah. So as I said at the beginning, you can be aware in that really simple way, just of uh, what's happening as the experience is the object happening. So that's being aware of one, or you can be aware of one and two. So you're not only aware of the object, but you're aware of the mind knowing that object. So a little bit back, or you can know all three at times, and be guided maybe by the quality of the mind, whether it's relaxed or tense. If it's tense, I suggest don't try and do this. Just be aware of the object and the mind. You probably want a mind that's more calm rather than very busy. Or if you're getting lost in, especially in thoughts or emotions quite a lot of the time, rather than more present, it's helpful to be more present, to just have this information at the back of the mind and then relax, do the practice, and you might notice, oh, that's number two, or and then I can be aware. There is a quality of awareness there that I can recognize. So the emphasis is on being present, relaxed, and seeing what you can know, what the mind can know. Okay, so we'll give that a go. I'll lead into the practice with that in mind. So if you like to set yourselves up to sit.